As I'm preparing several instructions on knitted heads knitted from top, I will show you in this video how to work those increases in rounds, and I show you several techniques how to manage this. We start with a head with 4 increases per round, and I'm starting with a cast on of 2 stitches and 2 stitches on 2 needles. We will work with a double point needle set, and I start with the first round doubling every stitch. And as there are so few stitches, we will work this with yarn overs. So we knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. Don't lose the last yarn over on the needle. Knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over. One round we knit the next round, knit 1, and knit the yarn over through the back loop, not from front but through the back loop. This avoids holes. Knit 1 and knit the yarn over through the back loop, and the same on the second needle. Knit 1, knit the yarn over through the back loop, knit 1 and knit through back loop. So in the first round we doubled every stitch. In the third round we double every second stitch, but with a different method. We knit 1 and now we double the second stitch by knitting it from front and knitting it from back. Knit 1 and knit the next one twice through front loop and through back loop. This is my preferred technique because it avoids holes anyway. Knit 1 and double the next one by knitting through front loop and knitting through back loop. Knit 1 and knit the next one twice. Next round I skip the round with knit stitches, and the next round you double every third stitch, and so on, always in between one round with knit stitches only. Then you double the third stitch, the fourth stitch, the fifth stitch, and so on. When you've reached 8 stitches per needle, you divide your stitches to 4 needles, and we have 4 stitches each. Then I place a marker at the end of the round so I don't have to pay attention to it, and you continue like before. The advantage of knitting from top is that you just increase until you reach the number of stitches you need for your head circumference. It's easier to measure this way. So now it's easy, as you have 4 increases per round, you always have to increase just the last stitch of every needle. And don't forget the rounds in between with knitted stitches only. So this is the result. It makes up for a rather pointy top of your hat with 4 increases per round only, and every second round knit only. So I bound off for you to see the shape more clearly. Next, we will do 5 increases per round, and I start with 5 stitches, a cast on of 5 stitches per needle on 2 needles. So 5 and 5 stitches cast on. So it's like we already doubled every stitch. So we start with 1 round knit stitch only. And in the next round we double every second stitch. Knit 1, knit another 1, yarn over, knit 1, knit 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 1, yarn over. Next row, knit stitches only, and to avoid holes, knitting the yarn overs through the back loop. Knit 1, knit 1, knit the yarn over through the back loop, and so on. Don't forget to knit the yarn overs through the back loop. And doubling every third stitch. Knit 3, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, and once again knit 3, yarn over. Always pay attention not to lose the last yarn over on the needle. Now when I have 10 stitches on each needle, I divide them to 4 needles again. And don't forget to knit the yarn overs through the back loop. Actually, we're doing the same than we did with the first example, with the only difference that we have 5 increases now per round and we have 4 needles, so you have to count a little. With the first example it was very easy because we just had to double every last stitch on every needle, and here it's a little different, you have to count. But the procedure is the same. You increase every fourth, you double every 4th stitch, then 1 round knit only, you double every 5th stitch, 1 round knit only, and so on. So compared with our first example, you see that the angle is a little bit wider than before. So it depends on what shape you wish to give your knitted head. It also may depend a little on the pattern you are knitting. So a little wider the angle. And I'll show you one more example with 8 increases per round after. So the hole at the beginning is closed when sewing the hat, when finishing your hat. And now I show you an example with 8 increases per round, and we start with a cast on of 4 and 4 stitches. 4 stitches on one needle and 4 stitches on the second needle. And we start immediately with increasing and by doubling every stitch with yarn overs. We start, this time we keep the holes, so we increase with yarn over, and in the round after we knit them through the front loop, not through the back loop. So knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, and the same on the second needle. Knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, and once again knit 1, yarn over, and 1 round knitted knit stitches only. So every round after the increase round, knit stitches only. When I have 12 stitches on every needle, I divide the stitches to 4 needles and we just knit the yarn overs and we keep the holes. So now it's very easy again, as we have 8 increases per round. We have 4 needles, which means you increase, you double every stitch before the middle, and you double the last stitch. So in this case, 1 yarn over after the 3rd stitch and 1 yarn over after the last stitch. Next round knit stitches only, and the round after yarn over after every 4th stitch and after every last stitch. So always before the middle and after the last. Now you already see this is much more flat than the other examples, and the angle is much wider. You close the gap at the top when finishing your hat. And there will be the next written instruction on this kind of hat I call accordion. And this has 8 increases, and you see it has a much wider angle than the other 2. Enjoy.